I, like most people, had a constant common affliction. Mine happened to be prostatitis. Everybody has their own story, but I did the typical thing. I was constantly going back and forth to the doctor, and it wasn't until January of 2001 when I was getting ready to go on a week-long trip, and I was having, all of a sudden I started having serious problems. Went to the urologist like I normally did, and this time he gave me medication, said, go, you're going to be fine. When you come back and see me. Sure enough, I went, I was fine, came back and saw him, and he said to me, you're lucky, this medication I gave you, the FDA just approved it, literally a couple of months ago, and unfortunately you're going to have to be on this for the rest of your life because you have what's known as an overactive bladder. And for the first time in my life, I freaked out. I mean, the thought of actually not having control over my own body just really had an effect on me. So I don't know what switched, something clicked in my mind, and I started looking at prostatitis alternative approaches, and literally every single website I went to, every single one said that you could actually cure prostatitis. They didn't talk about taking antibiotics. They literally said that by changing your lifestyle, which predominantly at that point was diet, I could actually cure my prostatitis. And at that point, I wanted to be a believer, so I became a believer. And literally the next morning, I told my wife, I said, that's it, I'm changing my diet. Here's what I'm no longer eating. Here's what I'm going to focus on eating. She, of course, thought I was crazy, and it was just a short-term thing, but I stuck with it. And I've never been back to a doctor since January of 2001 for prostatitis again.